The Philadelphia Mummers, spirits of undying passion and devotion. Philly Ghost Hunt presents the investigation of the Mummers Museum. They're a true family of friends who live on. When people think of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, they think of a city seeping with history and grounded in tradition. The Declaration of Independence, the Liberty Bell, and the country's first flag, sewn by Betsy Ross, are often the things that come to mind. Certainly, many have experienced the rich culture that Philadelphia has to offer, which includes the theater, the museums, and of course the food. People visit the city just to enjoy cheesesteaks, Italian hoagies, and soft pretzels. A native Philadelphian, however, can tell you that every year there's one very special event, a steadfast tradition. It's woven into the fabric of neighborhoods, bonded by generations of families and friends, and continues to win the hearts of many. The fact is, on New Year's Day, you can't get any more Philadelphia than the Mummers Parade. They sing, they dance, and they entertain. It's a celebration for all. The comics start things off strutting their stuff. They're there to make you laugh, and they're known for poking fun at a thing or two. Then come the string bands and the fancy brigades. Parade goers enjoy string band music and lavish costumes. It's hard to believe that all the participants are amateurs, as the performances are nothing short of Broadway productions. Even so, every club creates its own presentation, attending to every detail. They even make their own costumes. At the end of the parade route, they meet the judges and give a show-stopping performance. If you've seen it, you'll know. It's hard to pick a winner. They're all absolutely fantastic. As part of the country's bicentennial celebration, in 1976, the city of Philadelphia and the Mummers organization graced the community with the Mummers Museum. It houses parade memorabilia, photos, instruments, and costumes that date back as far as the 1800s. There is, of course, a winner's circle displaying costumes of the most recent winners, loads of interactive displays, and even a tutorial to learn how to do the Mummer strut for their theme song, Oh Them Golden Slippers. The building has 4 levels. The lower level is where the parties happen. It's actually a hall which can be rented for events. The first level showcases the winner's circle, lobby display, gift shop, and business offices. The second level offers parade memorabilia, photo exhibits, interactive musical displays, and sensational costumes. There's even an electronic parade wall display. The upper level tops off the building with a library. It contains a plethora of memorabilia and archives. According to staff, while there have been reports of paranormal activity throughout the entire building, this is the place where the spirit activity is the highest. To finish things off, outside, there's a parking lot in the courtyard area. During the warmer months, string bands and fancy brigades are often found playing music for a crowd. As the year 2018 comes to a close, the holiday season is upon us. Mummers are working feverishly in order to be ready for their walk through the city to celebrate on New Year's Day. For Philly Ghost Hunt, I see this as the perfect time to investigate the museum. At this point in the year, the energy has to be at an all-time high. We'll begin with the interviews. Please watch as I talk with Eileen and Shannon, 2 museum employees. At the end of the second visit, I invited Joe and Nancy to join me for a quick tour. Listen as they highlight their experiences.
Hey, my name is Eileen Garbarino. I've been here at the museum for 20 years, and I do gift shop and whole rentals and run the office. And Shannon?
I'm Shannon Cobb. I do volunteer work here. Anything from setting up for meetings to doing tours to volunteering for our big events and setting those up. Fill in for her at the office every now and again. Here almost as much as she is.
That's true.
And about how many years have you been here?
About 5, I would say.
About 5 years.
Yeah. I actually got married here.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, in the time that you've spent here, you have experienced quite a few things that have kind of convinced you that there may be some spirit activity.
Yes, you never feel like you're alone. I'm here a lot. You know, when I lock up, everybody's left and I'm here by myself. And you just never feel like you're alone. They're very playful, whereas they like to play with the elevator. They open and close it. Things are moved. Mannequins are moved sometimes. Not the whole mannequin, like a body part, a head or an arm, would you say?
Mostly the heads.
Yeah, mostly the heads. The music will come on sometimes by itself.
Oh God, I remember it did that to me one time. I was alone sitting in there in the office, and all of a sudden, Odin Golden Slipper starts playing. I'm like, what the?
And we
I
have
wasn't
like
nowhere near
a private joke at the museum where we say it's Joe Furco.
Oh.
He's playing with the, okay, Joe, we hear you.
Yeah, so, and of course this is my second visit, but my first visit I do have an experience with the elevator. I did have an experience with the elevator and also a mannequin head.
Yes.
I now learned that there were two more.
Two more that they decided to turn.
Yes.
They also like computers a lot.
Oh yeah, anything
Computer will turn
electronic.
off or turn on by itself.
So, has anyone felt that they've ever heard anything, heard a voice, or heard anyone talking?
I haven't, but some people have said they've heard footsteps, haven't you?
Yeah, up on the third floor.
Okay. Has anyone ever seen anything, seen shadows, seen...
Mostly it's energy. Like you feel something is in the room staring at you, especially in the back closets in the wall where we have the racks of suits. Like I was in the back, what was it, when I first started working here, and we were trying to get all the information organized because we were just going through a new management, and I was documenting each suit in order, and I could just feel something standing over my back, watching what I was writing, and it wasn't. And the same thing when I was up on the third floor in the second office, the middle office. I was sitting there sorting through old paperwork to see what needed to be shredded and what didn't, and it's just the same thing. Just like, I don't want you to be alone, so I'm going to stay in here with you.
Okay.
Or they're nosy and they want to know what you're doing.
Probably, we are talking about a bunch of mummers.
There's a lot of spots in the museum that's exceptionally cold.
Oh, really? Okay.
Don't you think?
Oh, and the buttons in the string band room.
Do you notice that there's a certain time of day or a certain time of year or
No,
season?
they come out whenever they feel like it.
They're like, this is my home, you're just welcome here.
do you think, like, how do you think they feel about people coming to visit? We right now are in the fall, yeah, and you have parties here, and how do you think they feel about all the traffic? You think
I don't think they bother when there's a party here. They're pretty quiet. It's mostly when we're alone.
alone? Yeah, I mean,
They'll
you
come
think they
around.
like it? I think they do.
I
get
think
the
they
sense
do
that
because we've never felt
yeah.
a bad sense. It's
No.
always been good and positive.
It's always been just that I'm part of your family too, so you better get used to it type of thing.
And we all make jokes about the elevator and the computers. Okay, Joe, you know.
Well, there was that one time when somebody threw the Slimer suit down.
Yeah, that was good. It was when the Eagles before they won. And Shannon and I were in the office.
I was
by
sitting in the
ourselves.
office, I'm like, we're going to the Super Bowl! And the next thing we know, we hear this loud bang! And it was so loud and so close that we thought it was actually a car that had crashed, like a
Right.
3-car pileup outside in the street. And we ran outside to go see who crashed. And then we looked over and there was the Slimer suit
Which
face
is
down.
Heavy mannequin.
Wow.
It was pushed forward and laying face down.
So I guess they weren't Eagles fans.
I'm guessing not.
So,
But that was the only violent thing I've ever seen. So,
And they didn't hit you with it, so it wasn't.
yeah, I was saying I would have been a little aggravated with somebody if they hit me with Slimer.
have you do you ever hear bumps and bangs and?
I haven't
Knocks.
personally, but
In the library.
yes, and people who worked upstairs on the third floor will say they've heard.
Mike
noises.
hates working in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a lot of stories about that.
Like his office was upstairs. He's down here now, and he didn't like it upstairs. He used to say he heard noises and. you
But
know.
there's a lot of older stuff up in the library, stuff from the 1800s, old mummer dolls that were given to us through estates and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
In fact, one of the string band picture that's right on this side of the winter circle as you walk through the blue doors, that was actually given to us through an estate.
Oh,
And we find a lot of that, like people going through their dead parents' houses and finding whole suits and the attics, the basements, chests, stuff like that, and they don't know what else to do with it, so they just give it to us.
So perhaps they came through an object.
And there's a lot of memorial suits upstairs too, like the big red frame suit that's in the corner up there. That's the ice machine.
Yeah. That's not
we're used to that one. That's how we're
That we know.
that one we're good. But that's a memorial suit from Hog Island. All the suits, all the names of all the people that they lost are on there. The Phoenix, the Blue Phoenix, as soon as you walk through into the Broad Street room, that's a memorial suit from the Laytons. And there's a string band suit all the way in the corner, almost to where that frame suit is, that was never actually worn. The gentleman died before he got a chance to wear it. So it went around the hall in a truck and brought in here as it came around second. So it was put in there to memorialize him.
Yeah, I had an EVP about that. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. They stopped me with the dowsing rods, and I had an EVP about that. Yeah.
Which suit's that?
That would be the purple pink.
Oh, the Avalon one.
Yeah.
I was in that thing, so that's what I think.
Yeah.
It's Mike Kubiak. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always felt so bad that I never had to wear it going around the street. But it makes me feel better to know that the suit is here. You know what I mean?
Right?
Hey, you never know.
So, you've heard a lot of stories from people, and you've had a lot of experience yourself. What do you think? Can you tell me the best experience, the one that made you say, wow, this is really, there's some spirit activity here?
I think the elevator, basically.
Yeah, I love
Especially
the
when you
elevator.
lock it and it opens. So that takes a lot of energy to do something like
So
that.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, didn't Ronnie lock the elevator earlier? And the next thing you know, bing. I'm
Probably the biggest, I
hey,
think.
Ronnie.
If you had one, what would you say?
I would have to say the Slimer experience is like my favorite.
That
Because
was
it was a
fun.
direct response to something that was said. You know what I mean?
That went flying.
It's just like, what were you doing? Why are you so aggro right now?
Okay. Well,
I mean, it's weird that would be my favorite experience. And next to that, it would have to be just being alone in those rooms doing the documentation and just knowing that I wasn't alone. You know what I mean?
okay, well, thank you very much for taking time to share all that, and I'm sure that you will find all the results very interesting.
Yes.
I'm
we're looking forward to it.
definitely looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Joseph Garbarino, familiar with the museum, and during the tour, I heard a whistle on 3 different occasions.
Hi, my name is Nancy Pignotti. I had stopped by here tonight to pick up some badges for New Year's Day. And I went on a tour and I heard whistles and a couple other amazing things tonight.